Hey everyone, welcome to this week's AI news. Feels like a bit of a buzz going on at the moment. My overall impression, there's a lot of noise. Some of it feels a little deceptive. Since Christmas, the big foundation models, ChatGPT, Claude, Grok from Meta's Llama, haven't dropped any major big models since DeepSeek rocked everyone with this smart open source thinking model. Then the US government changed, Super Bowl, and people were pretty much distracted. But I think this week things will be back. Grok 3 is supposed to be dropping Monday night, so maybe by the time you're watching this, it'll either be there or close to being there. So the hype says one of the smartest models. Elon Musk has been working on this big data center in Texas, supposed to be one of the biggest in the world. My guess is this will start the week where all the big players are either going to try and upend their competitors or launch something. We know Claude 4 is in the wings. Rumors suggest that Dario Amodi has been holding it back because it's so damn smart. Most coders still use Claude 3.5. Most of the use cases that the large language models are looking at to actually genuinely make money out of them is either disrupt sort of Google's $150 billion search empire or disrupt coding. These are two really, really immediate things. Many think that Elon and Sam Altman war will continue with
I wish he would just compete by building a better product.
OpenAI dropping a bunch of things post this Grok 3 announcements. Some think that the 4.5 model will drop this week. And I reckon all those nice toys that are only in the pro models, some of the things like Operator and maybe Deep Research, might be dropped this week down to the plus tier. I think others like Meta with their pending 4 model, DeepSeek with an R2 model, they might wait for a little bit of clear air first. Maybe they'll wait till maybe next week to drop something big with maybe Anthropic doing number 4. The next couple of weeks of February are going to be just crazy if you're in or follow AI. Meanwhile, the PR machine is in overdrive, fueled by the change in the US government, this geopolitical tensions with the Chinese companies, this flurry of open source stuff flooding the market, giving startups and inventive nerds the ability to iterate on things and create a heap of new tools. The amount of these video models, image models, large language models that are sort of designed for coding. Now, I have put Olama on my machine and I downloaded Qwen 2.5 Coder and it runs on my machine. So Qwen 2.5 Coder is one of these Chinese models. It came out and someone's iterated on it and done a model that's specific for coding. This is going to explode in my view with all these different use cases and all these large language model, open source models going on to either the cloud or your local machine. Watch this space. The next few months it's just going to be crazy. Like I said earlier, the reality is that most of these AI companies aren't profitable. Google, with its search ad monopoly, is the exception. Now, they're not making the money out of their AI, but the fact that their AI is cannibalizing their search business and all these other search companies, so R1 now does search, Perplexity, ChatGPT, I've now got search into the 3 mini model. This is going to cannibalize the money that Google is making from search. And Google just dropped below 90% market share in the search market. And some of us suspect it's even lower than that. The other day, I witnessed someone use Google to find ChatGPT. So this person wasn't an IT person, but they actually used Google to say ChatGPT to ask a question in ChatGPT. And then I actually looked into it, and about 30 to 40% of all searches on Google are people just using it to find something like Facebook or Amazon or something like that, which is not really search market. It's really just a glorified browser bar. So all these big companies have got to make hype or release products or new models. This is why the pace is just so frenetic at the moment. But it's crazy what's happening. And this year's just going to be nuts. Now, some actual news. The AI race is definitely on with the US and China vying for dominance, while this big conference in Europe discussing AI innovation had political leaders preaching about the balance between regulations and safety. And every day I hear the same thing about regulations and safety. And one minute they're saying, let's be safe and it's for all of humanity. And the next day they're saying, oh, we're beating the next guy.
Not here this morning to talk about AI safety, which was the title of the conference a couple of years ago. I'm here to talk about AI opportunity.
So it's very, very confusing messaging at the moment. Sam Altman did confirm a few things. He said that ChatGPT 4.5 Orion is coming. So I reckon it's this week, but who knows? And it'll be their last or their next fast thinking model. And then he said that ChatGPT 5 will be their last non-thinking model. But what they also said is they're going to pull all of their models together into one interface, and that's not a bad thing. And I don't know whether you've actually gone into ChatGPT and you click the button and you see all these different models and you go, I'm getting confused now. And now you've got Perplexity and I've got Olama. I've got access to maybe 10 large language models. And I'm sure they've all got their different, like if I want something really good at English, I might use Claude because I like it. ChatGPT is good for a bunch of stuff as well, but it gets so damn confusing. So the ability to pull it all into one, just simplified interface is going to be a great thing. And how they're going to do it, there's some people talking about that, but I think that that's going to be in the next few months as well. Elon Musk bidding $97 billion for OpenAI, and it was rejected. Elon Musk can now look under the kimono and see what's going on at OpenAI, because I think part of the discovery process, if you've got an offer, is to be able to open the books up and have a look. So either Elon Musk is trying to play funny games, which I don't think is past him, or he's genuinely trying to look at what his competitors are doing. Either way, I think Sam said, no, thank you. It's a private company still, so it's not publicly listed, so they can actually say no. But all these mind games are just amping up. Video AI is exploding. Google, their V2 is now on YouTube Shorts, letting the creators easily make AI-powered backgrounds and clips. Adobe Firefly is another player offering what they call commercially safe video. I gave it a try. It's not too bad. They reckon what they've done is they've trained it on all licensed material, so they've been ethically sourcing information to train their video model. It's pretty good. But there's a ton of other options out there. Adobe used to be the only game in town with Photoshop and tools like that. Now, just like Google and Search, where they've got lots of competitors, Adobe have got a lot of competitors now, but it's a good tool. Beyond video, there's a ton of other AI tools popping up. GitHub Copilot now gives free access to some powerful models. Windsurf helps with app and website building. And DeepSeek is offering free browser automation with an open source thing called WebUI to again compete with this OpenAI's Operator product, still worth $200 a month, but I reckon that'll change this week. Anthropic recent mapping of the AI applications across industries is a report showing how people and companies are using these tools with the idea of developing policy responses. I think it's pretty good. I still like the Anthropic guys and what they're doing. Perplexity dropped Deep Research. Again, another Deep Research. So that's the third product called Deep Research. I think maybe some of these foundation models might actually use AI to go into naming. The names are getting a little confusing now. So there's so many of them, and 2 or 3 of them are called the same thing. Oh my gosh. We even have an open source text-to-speech model with voice cloning called Zonos being released this week as well. So that's very cool. And finally, Sam Altman dropped another big prediction. He said that AI costs will drop tenfold every year. This is not Moore's law, it's something different, but he thinks that that's pretty huge. And he also sees AI agents transforming every industry. It's a bold vision, but my gosh, there's a lot of hype going on, and who knows if it's true or not. So what's the big takeaway? AI is becoming smarter, faster, and more accessible and cheaper. And every other day I see a new video on YouTube, someone showing you how to make a model in something like N8N, which is a pretty cool workflow tool. And I have actually got N8N running on my machine. So I've got Olama running on my machine with a couple of really smart models, and I've got N8N running on my machine with a bunch of smart tools as well. So I can build some pretty smart stuff right on my laptop, and I don't need to be the world's best coder to be able to do it as well. So this year, you'll see a ton of use cases emerging out of that. But this week has been crazy. Hold on to your hats, folks. It's just going to get wilder from here.